Hi, I'm Jamie of Stories by Jamie, and I'm here to introduce myself to you. As a child, I was a very, very show don't tell dramatic writer. In fact, when I was in second grade, so what is that, 9 years old or something, I actually won a writing contest in my elementary school, Olivera. The story was about my cat named Socks, who unfortunately was killed in the backyard by a raccoon. Now, it sounds like a really sad, storyline, right? But actually, the reason why I won is because in the second grade, I managed to write a story about a character, a girl named somebody else, but it was me, who learned a very, very strong lesson of life and death, grief, and overcoming grief, of a cute, furry creature that this little girl loves so much. And I mean, in second grade, to have that sort of, I don't know, not just ability to really learn that lesson on a very deep level and overcome the grief and, really sort of come away with that with some understanding of a deep lesson that we humans have to learn, right? But I was able to convey that in a story in second grade with hilarious drawings. I have to find it. My mom has it in one of the file cabinets or whatever in this house, maybe in the basement. But I mean, holy cannoli, like that's pretty cool, right? Well, so that was in second grade. I continued to read and write. I was a voracious reader. I am a voracious reader. In fact, I love to read so much that I worked in the University of San Francisco's library all 4 years when I went to USF in undergrad. Boy, I love to read and I love to write. I mean, it's like, I don't know, God-given gift type of level, where it was something that always came really naturally to me, that I really, really enjoyed, where time just disappears when I'm writing. I disappear. I mean, it's just me and the world that is within me that I am pouring out onto a page for others to experience, because I love it so much. And I really, really, really believe that my stories are not just fun and entertaining, but they're like meaningful too. I've learned a lot of lessons throughout my life. I have gone through such crucibles. I know everybody has. I'm not saying that I've had a harder life than any of you out there. We all have our difficulties. We all have our challenges and obstacles. And we are human, right? So we all have our flaws. We all have to learn our lessons and make our mistakes in order to learn our lessons, right? So I had this experience too, and I have learned a lot, and I feel very strongly that if only I had this, like, I don't know, this lesson taught to me in such a way that, like, it actually really struck a chord in a way that would have helped me make better choices in life. I really feel strongly that I would have had a much happier existence. But listen, guys, I am doing this all brand new, okay? I went to law school. I didn't go to school to be a writer. But hey, look, when I was 12 years old, I did another contest. Miss Whitaker, my 8th grade teacher, she submitted my poem. It was like a class assignment, and she picked a poem from her class to be entered into this like national poetry contest, and the winners would get published in this anthology for the year. It's the National Library of Poetry. Okay, pretty cool. So in 12th I keep saying 12th grade. No, when I was 12 years old, okay, this is 1997, okay? I mean, full disclosure here, I'm telling you like my age and stuff here. 1997, right? Copyright 1997. I mean, so many signs. So many signs. And those were just the beginning. Those are just the beginning. That's like my childhood, right? So unfortunately, I didn't go the way of writing. I went to law school. It's a long story. But to make a long story short, I was writing for a living. Like, you write like 1 million pages a day, at least in my jobs I did. And primarily at HUD, holy cannoli, I wrote like thousands and thousands of pages of public record, like with perfect grammar, okay? Perfection, okay? And it wasn't because I'm perfect, it's because my branch chief, Catherine Ross Perry, made it so perfect, made me such a much better, more grammatically correct writer. So that was like writing, that was like my writing school, I guess, was working for Miss Catherine Ross Perry at HUD and writing these massive final investigative reports and letters of determination and all these public records and documents, hundreds of pages. All right, but that was awful. It was boring and it was tedious. It wasn't creative writing. And in fact, after, I want to say like 9 years of doing it, I started to not enjoy writing anymore. Actually, maybe it was earlier than that. There was some point in time where I was like, I don't like to write anymore. It was boring and it was such a formulaic. Anyway, although I wasn't doing creative writing, I did really learn how to be a very good writer. And I'm grateful for that experience. I really am. But it wasn't in alignment with me. That job was very stressful, and it's not who I am. I'm not an argumentative investigator knocking on doors and, like, being yelled at by people, being used by people, being lied to by people every single day. Like, ugh. Then I became a city official, and that was even worse. And I don't even want to talk about it right now. But you know what, guys? After 17 years of repressing and regressing who I am, and like instead, like I've been playing this character for like 17 years of this like lawyer, government, law, and all the personage that comes with it, the character you have to play, argumentative and obstinate and fight fire with fire and I was so emotional all the time and so stressed out, and I feel everybody's pain, and no more. I can't. I was dying. My life was literally killing me. So no more. Instead, I'm going back to who I am. And you know who I am? I am a creative individual. I am a loving, kind, and caring, empathetic, compassionate human being. I believe that we are all put on this planet not to suffer, not to live a life full of strife, which, by the way, is not a sustainable life to live, okay? We're all put through our own crucibles in order to become the best versions of ourselves or succumb to our flaws. And then we have to try again. I really believe that. And you know what? I think I've been trying to do this for so many years. And now it's happening. Every single day I'm working 24 hours a day on making stories by Jamie, my writing company, my writing world, my story world. I am a storyteller. I am a performer. I am a teacher. I am a lover. I am a humanitarian. I am a civil rights warrior. And I believe so much with all my heart that if I had known the lessons that I had to learn the hard way, I would have not allowed myself to not be true to myself and instead to please others, because that's what I did. And I can't do that anymore. I have to be me. So I'm doing it. And it's really scary. It's like really scary. It's very nerve-wracking. And rather than feeling empowered by the people around me, like my closest, like family members and things like that, extended family, close female friendships, instead of being supported, I've been abandoned or just straight up betrayed. I mean, I received such harsh judgment. And people just don't understand. They think I'm crazy or something for doing this. I don't know. I mean, and people have just been talking so badly, so hurtful behind my back. The closest people to me, like my bestest girlfriends, who are no longer my friends because for some reason they thought that what they, think and say of me wouldn't actually, become clear and apparent to me. And they were wrong. They think I'm a bad mom. They think that I'm doing things that will be harmful to myself or my kids. They don't have faith in me. They don't believe in me. And they don't support me physically, emotionally, mentally. Instead, they just talk so much shit about me. This has been very painful, very isolating experience. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay because I need the inner peace and the outer peace in order to be in the right space to understand what is right for me. So it's okay. But I would like to ask you out there, will you support me? Would you follow my journey? Would it be interesting to you watching some chick become a author, illustrator, movie maker, cartoon maker? That's my dream. Would that be interesting? If so, I mean, I'm just starting out. I don't know what to say or what I'm doing. All I can do is be me. So here I am. My name is Jamie Sofia Oak. You can check me out online. I've done some cool stuff in the past, which I'm no longer doing. And soon, hopefully, you'll see some new stuff online about me that will, that will show you who I really am and not who somebody else wants me to be. Anyway, feel free to follow, click buttons, whatever. I love to follow back the people who follow me too, so I'm here for you. I hope that you're here for me too. I hope you guys have a really nice rest of your day, and I hope you guys are also able to work on your dreams and make them come true. See you for now.